Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to create some sort of front part of an application to control an elevator in some house. Okay, let's just begin. I've created an empty folder here. I have put it into Visual Studio Code and then added index.html file style CSS and empty folder for our images. Then let's prepare before start working, start coding. Let's prepare. We will add a picture, all the pictures. We will analyze what font families we need to use, we need to import. Yes. First, let's start from this. Let's save this picture. I choose it. Then export. No, not PNG, JPEG is sufficient. Export. And let's add it into our image. For example, it's header, background. Okay, what do we have? Yes, here it goes. Then we need all these icons here. And these icons, and all these icons. Let's choose them in succession. Here, here, here. This, and this, I suppose. Well, what is it? Okay, okay. Oh. Let's export these icons as for now. Yes, we need PNG. It's archive. If you have an archiver, you can save all the pictures at once and then open the archive. Take the pictures out of this archive. Well, or we can just export them one by one without archiving. Yes, it should be PNG here. Code, well, arrows maybe. Arrows, save, then icon to stop an elevator. Yes, it's image, yes. And button to make some emergency call, I suppose. Yes, call. Then that is, I suppose it's Wi-Fi icon, export, PNG, yes. Oh, it's zipped. Why is it? Oh, it's some. Oh, it want to make a zip file. I don't really know why. Well, okay, why not? Let's make it. Preview. Yeah, we will get this, but okay, let it be zip. Wi-Fi icon. Okay, let's take a look. What do we have here? Open here. Yeah. Status bar. It looks like this. Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, we delete these CSV files. Export. Zip. UIKit. I don't really, I suppose, no. It's the quality of connection. Well, this charge. Okay, let's save it as well. Charge level. Yep. Let's take a look. What do we have here? Open here. Battery. And we have also, yeah, charge. Oh, no. No. I've done it already. Connection. Signal, yes? Okay, let it be signal. Wi-Fi. And now we have saved our pictures here. And let's take a look what it's Roboto, yes? Well, we need to import these font family before we start coding. Okay, let's make a template. Then our links, our style CSS. Here, oh, what is it? Well, then, oh, let's put my camera here. Roboto, we need import from Google Fonts. I suppose, is it standard? No, it's bold. Okay. Then it's Roboto regular. We need Roboto bold and regular. So Roboto bold, regular first, and then bold. Import. Let's put it here. And let's take the tip for using. Here's the tip. Okay, let's go. Let's get started. First, we have header and main, I suppose. We don't, okay, let it be footer. Yeah, some kind of. But, you know, it's some kind of application. Yes, here should be a header. Header. Then container inside of it. Then it should be main. And share container. Then footer. Container, of course. And the width of container is 360 pixels. Let's make our first steps. That's body 0. And container. Well, it should be margin 0 auto, and then width 360 pixels. Margin 0 auto means our container goes to the center here. Yes, no, it does not depend from the width of our monitor, but container makes our content aligned by the center. So let's start our web page. And look, guys, when you press F12 key, you will get this. For example, it's sort of helper. yes, for developer. It's a panel for developers. And here you can choose the device. You can choose some certain device, or we just here choose responsive and 360. And please make sure that it's 100% here. Now, here is our screen. We are going to make an application, yes, for it. Well, let's go on. First, we have some top bar and header. First, I don't really know. I suppose we should set height for our header. It's not so often when when it's necessary to set some height for our structure element, like header, for example. But I think that's the situation. It's header 240. Yes. Okay, let's start from header. You know, I suppose it's okay. We will need it, of course, but let's just start from our markup. I suppose that would be correct. So here inside of header, we put this top bar. Yes, division with class header. Or status bar, yeah, header status bar. So here we put 1, 2, 3, 4 things, and we place them as a row. So I put division with class row, and here I put 4 divisions, some icons, yes, status, yes, and here are our images. First, it's well, battery, call, arrows. Yes, it's Wi-Fi bar, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Key Wi-Fi. Then it should be, I suppose that's signal, but not Wi-Fi signal. I suppose this picture, yes. Oh, sorry. Yes. I have signal maybe. Then it should be battery, charge. Those battery. And then time, yes, just our time. It's not an icon, but I suppose we don't need a block. We may have just some kind of status text. What time is it? 11:11. Okay, let's do this. What do we have? We have our elements. You can use it. Elements tab inside of header, container, status bar. We have our pictures. We don't see them because they are white, I suppose. Well, let's go next. We will, yes, it's our header, it's over. And now let's make main. You know, it's better to put the name of the application or the name of the web page just into header, and that would be really correct. I'll take it here and make it white. Well, it's the draft that I have just made. Then I think I can allow myself to change it. Well, if it's not my draft, I suppose I wouldn't. But here's my right to change my own draft. Elevator control. It's not really easy to read it. Well, maybe we should add some stroke here to with 1 pixel, maybe. Elevator control. Well, okay. We put it just in the middle of our header, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. Elevator control. Let it be so. And well, after our status bar, we put h1 with a class name. And let me put it from here. Okay, yeah, elevator control. Then we have our main part with our buttons. Let me put them a bit up. Well, what do we have here? We have 3 rows with 3 buttons. And tag button. I suppose it should be button with class name button floor. So 1, 2, 3. Then we go to 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, and yeah, let it be 9 floors house. What do we have? Yeah, oh yeah, we have our buttons. Okay, that's great. And we have our footer. It should be footer icon. Our image here should be arrows for emergency opening or doors. Then it should be stop, I suppose. Yes, stop and emergency call. Stop. And emergency call. Yeah, call. Emergency stop, emergency call, emergency openings, emergency bar. Yeah. Well, here we go. I suppose our markup is finished. And now we have to style, to make styles. Okay, let's go. We start from our header. Yeah, our header is 240 pixels in height. And we have our bar, status bar. Our status bar should be put header status bar. We make our status bar right on the top of our header. And I suppose we should make it positioned absolutely So I make position absolute, and that's why I make our header positioned relatively. Yeah, it's status bar absolutely positioned relatively to header because it's parent. Not direct parent, but parent. Well, then, what do we have? Yes, great. Let's set for our header background image URL image and header background. We also set background position center, background repeat, no repeat, and background size cover. Like this. What do we have? Yeah, some kind of. Then I suppose we should put, yeah, let's finish studying our header status bar. We push it to the top. Pressing top 0. Yes, I suppose here it goes. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's remove standard margins from our body, from also our H1, we don't have H2 here. So from paragraph, I suppose. Yeah, now that's great. Then we take our status bar top 0 and let's stretch it from the left to the right by setting left 0, right 0. Also, yeah, it's transparent. It's I suppose it is black with 20% transparency. Okay, let's just do it. Background color RGBA 000 and 20%. Yes, that's it. Then let's align our status icons. Yes, yeah, in a row, I make set division with class row display flex. Oh, here it goes. And I should push it to the right. Yes, it should be justify content flex and okay, here we are. No. It should just display flex for a row. Yes, and also I want to end here another class flex and because if I set flex end for every row on our web page, for example, our buttons will go to the right side too, and we don't need our buttons to go to the right side. So I'm adding another class flex end. And I said here, justify content flex and yes, only for our status bar. Well, also let's add another class. Vertical center maybe. For vertical center, we set align items center. Yeah, now they are centered, and we have some paddings here. Yes, I suppose. Let's check this out. Yes, 3 pixels from the left, from the top, and from the right, and it's 8 pixels from the right. Okay, let's do this. Status bar, paddings. 3 pixels from the left, from the top and from the bottom, and 8 pixels from the left and from the right. Yes, oh yeah, that's great. And well, one more thing, guys. Here I should add box sizing, border box. This property allows us saving the size of any our elements with internal paddings with borders. I will show you. Okay, when we start making buttons, I will explain why do we use this property. I use it almost in every page that I am creating. Okay, look, what's about? Oh, here we go. We should put color, for example, for our status text. Color white. Yes, and then, yes, it's white now. What size? It should be size pixels. Yes, here we go. And it's a Roboto. I suppose we have Roboto through all of our page, so we can just set it here. Yes, there it goes. Yeah, that's really great. Look, then. Look, our pictures have some padding from the bottom too. So that is why I suppose it would be better to, in this particular case, it would be better to nullify the padding from the bottom. Let's make it, let's make a separate property. For example, if we will have to change these icons to some other icons without internal padding. I mean this, do you see it here? Yeah. Well, maybe we will return, we will delete this, but as for now, I suppose we should set this property with this value. Okay, that's ready. Now let's make our H1. Let's put it to the center. I suppose we should first, let me show you the way we can do this. Let's position it absolutely to, it's absolutely positioned relatively to our header. Yes, it's hitting. It's absolutely positioned relatively to our header because it's because it's positioned with value relative. If it's not, then then all these elements, status bar, and header heading, our main heading will be positioned absolutely relatively to our screen, and we do not want it. Just let me show you. Look, first, let's put it to the center. Up 50% left. Yes, it's not on the center right now, but look, we add some very interesting thing. Transform, translate, minus 50%, minus 50%. And then, yes, Okay, let's make some width for, I suppose we should make a width for it, but I don't really know. We can, look, we can make just a padding, but as it's absolutely positioned element, yes, that's absolutely positioned element, we should set width for it. Its width is about 300. Yeah, we can make the whole width with 360 pixels. I don't know if we set 100%, what will we get? I don't really know. Yeah, that's great. 50%, and now let's text align center. Yeah, that's great. Then color white, but with text shadow. Text shadow. Yeah, we can use an external web page to generate it. Look. Oh, not material design, but this css3gen.com text shadow. And here I set distance 0 blur. Then it should be 0, 0, 0 only, and up and blur about 1 pixel. Oh, some kind of 2, maybe 3 blur. We can set it like this. Text shadow. And I put it here. What do we have? Oh, some kind of, yeah. Should be maybe not 3 pixels, maybe 5. Yeah, let it be so. It's some kind of text shadow without stroking, right? Yeah, our header is ready right now. And let me show you, if I remove these property position relative, so ta-da, our absolutely positioned heading starts changing its position using this property relatively to our screen, but we don't want it. We want it to change its location relatively to header. That's why it should be here, must be here. Our status bar doesn't change our position because it's pushed right to the top of our screen and the right to the left and to the right of our screen, and that's as well as for header. That's why we do not see the difference, but there is the difference anyway. Then, okay, let's continue with our buttons. We have some internal padding from our main. It's about 38, 39 pixels, yes? That's 40 pixels here. Okay, let's make it 40 pixels from the top and from the bottom. Padding. 0. Okay. Then let's style our buttons. First, we use width and height. It's button floor. Width. How many? It's about 76 pixels. And height, of course. Then its text is Roboto, yes, and 24 pixels. Size, 4 pixels. Yes. Oh, here we go. Then its background is transparent. Then its border is 1 pixel black and solid. Yes, okay. And it's round border radius. Oh, that's great. And now look, we have to set them. Row space between maybe. Let me space between. Let me add this class, and for this class, these are flags. These are flags properties, and I use them separately because, for example, here I should push our elements to the right. I should use flags, so here I should spread them right through all of our width, and I should use another value here. It's space between. So here we go. Row space between as well. I added here. And also we should make some paddings from the left and from the right. It's about 34, I suppose. Yes, 34 pixels for main. Yes. Where is it? Main. 40 pixels, yes, or what? Ah, I'm sorry, 34. We have, yes, it's horizontal scroll. But why? Our main. Oh. And why our buttons are going out from, oh, I suppose we should just make them display block. No, it doesn't help me. Okay, let's make its container margin 68. Why? Why it's margin 68? 0 auto. Well, I don't really know why it happens. Okay, and if I put it here 0, yes, it's all right. Well, okay. And what if for our space between class, I'm padding here 0, 44 pixels. What do we get? Yeah, that's that's great right now. Okay, let's go this way. And also we have margin bottom 16 pixels. Yes, margin bottom 16 pixels for our space, for our row with space between. You know, I suppose it's better to add row. Should be called as main buttons. Service class. We should not set paddings for the service class. It's not right, I suppose. Yeah. I should put it here. Then I use margin bottom 16 pixels. Yeah, here we go. And you know, I don't need 16 pixels margin bottom for our last row. I don't need it here. I may add another class here and then set margin bottom 0, but it's better to use pseudo class. Look, we haven't learned it yet, as I remember, guys, but last child is the last row of all these rows. If I add another row and other last row, we will have these properties. For example, margin bottom 0. Now look, we have margin bottom, but last child, hasn't it? Look, if I add another division like this, now this is not a last child. This child is not last. It has margin bottom, but this is last now, yes? And that's the advantage of using pseudo classes, like this class. Okay, it's finished. And now let's end our application, its front part. Let's make a footer. What do we have here? It's container and footer icons, yes? We should put them into a row as well. But what? Yes, it's row. And well, I suppose we should make it with space between. Look, that's the way, guys, I have added main buttons here, because if I leave property with paddings for the space between, I will get the same paddings from our footer, but I need paddings, but not with these values. So, for example, I put row space between here, and then maybe it should be footer. Let me try to make it 50. It's about 50, I suppose. 51 pixels from the left and from the right. Let's try to make it. Oh, 51 or how? Yeah, 51. What will we get? Yeah, it doesn't work correctly. So that's why I suppose it's better to add an additional class like this, but it should be footer buttons. And for footer buttons, like this, yeah, that's great right now. Well, oh, you know, it should be buttons. Yes, I have made division, but it should be buttons. We should press it, yes? So it's not just division, it should be button. And let's style this button. Border none. Then background color transparent. That's it, I suppose. That's all, I suppose, yes. Well, I think our application is ready. Look, if I stop using this toggle device toolbar, we will get some kind of this application, yes? Well, I suppose our we will get this because our background is set for our header, and our header is block element. It's not restricted. by width. Its container, yes, it is, but well, we can, for example, restrict it. Every single part, but it's supposed that our application is used only on mobile phones, but not in computer. Yes, I think that's not needed here. For example, we can make it here, maybe for tablets, for example, iPad. It's not so bad as well. But for example, for any mobile phone, yeah, that looks really great. No, but not for this phone, because our, for example, oh look, for example, if we use not 360 pixels, maybe if we change our container from 360 to 320. It's my draft, remember? I can change it. Yeah, now I suppose it will, yeah, now that's great for our iPhone 5S or SE, yes. But with scroll vertical, but it's not so scary. Yeah, that's really great, guys. Look, also, as I told you, I wanted to show you the purpose of using these property box size and border box. It saves the sizes of any elements. Look, let me show you. And this selector star means that we apply this property for every single element on our web page. Star selects all these elements. And look, here we have our button, and it inherits this property. Yes, I click main. Yes, it's box sizing border box because of star selector. Look, if I remove these property, look, I suppose it does not change because we don't see the difference because of I don't really know why. No, border radius. Look, it's 76 to 76 and 76 to 76 as well. Well, and what if we set? Now, I suppose because it's button, we don't see the difference, but let me try to set, for example, box sizing border box. Okay, why don't we see the difference? I don't really know why. And if I delete it, we don't see it as well. Yeah, we see it changed. It's changing, but we don't see the difference. Well, okay, let me try to add, well. For example, for our row, why not? For our row, we will add border just to show, let me try to show you the way we should use box sizing. Border 3 pixels, and then, for example, red, solid. Yeah, that's it. And now, look, what will we get? I suppose nothing. Yes, nothing we get. But for here, yes. Border, yes. And now, let me try to show. Yes, that's it, guys, look. You see, it's changing. Why? what's the difference with this property and without this property? Look, our container has attribute width with 320 pixels, but also it has border, 3 pixels from every side. And it means that the actual width of our container is not 320. It's 3 pixels plus 320, and then another 3 pixels from the right. Then its actual width is 326. Yes, 3 plus 320 plus 3. Let's take a look. Yes, it's, do you see here? It's 326 because of this. But it's not really convenient. We said 320 and it's not 320 because of border. It's not really convenient to control the sizes of your elements. You have to take into consideration, oh, it's width, then it's paddings, then it's borders. Okay, what width should I set then to avert these pondering? We should use box sizing. What does it mean? It pluses border and internal paddings to internal content without changing its total width. Look, its total width should be 320. If I set box sizing here, then our border doesn't affect to our total width. Look, it's 320 here, yes? And without it, it's 326, yes? 320 plus 3 from the left and from the right. Here, yes, with border, box sizing, border box. Yes, it's 320 this width. And without it, it's 326. Yes, and it can become even wider. Yes, 352. But if I put it here, it's 320 as it should be. Yes, so that's why I encourage you to use these code: star, box sizing, border box in almost every of your web page that you're creating. So let's remove it. Okay, guys, I suppose everything is clear right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Bye.